let's just make sure we're going here.
Do you hear anything?
Yes, I hear it. Dave, you understand why that just happened? I think the internet went down. I think it's because of what you said. What did I say? I'm not going to repeat it because we're going to get kicked off the air again. You really think that's what it is? I don't know. I just think the timing was definitely off, man. You said the K word, and we were disconnected within 20 seconds. But you were talking about civil rights and with Christianity, and I don't know how much of that even got out. Alright, well, we have more to talk about, do we not? Yeah, I guess we do. I mean, so claim number 2 in this article. Whoever regards the political actions of Muhammad as establishing a permanent role for Muslims today represents a type of Islam that is incompatible with Western civilization. Well, I don't even think, I think none of that even needs to be said. I think that the type of Islam that is incompatible with Western civilization is all of it. Incompatible with, and I'm going to just drop the article here because I think it looks like they're about to start getting into too much Islam focused instead of focusing on the point that's being made here. Islam does not function with secular society, obviously. They throw gays off of buildings. If anyone has ever heard of this, it's an interesting little rabbit hole that exists, and it really happened. There were emo killings in Iraq, I think in the late 2000s, early 2010s. I could be off with the timing. You're telling me they killed, what, like emo kids with the long hair and the... Yeah, they were like massacring these kids for listening to like screamo music and straightening their hair and putting eyeliner on and shit. I mean, that doesn't align with secular society, right? I mean, secular society is basically like Satan. Do as thou wilt. No judgment. No, kink shaming is one I've heard a lot, which I don't like to get into. Well, that's like sexual. I mean, you don't talk sexual stuff on this show. No, I don't, and that's because I try to withhold some modicum of decency on my show here. Well, I mean, I think, Dave, I just muted Dave's mic. I think he's losing it. He's still cracking up in there. Dave, I'm gonna mute your mic. you think this show has even a modicum of decency on it? Are you crazy? Are you mad? No, I think you are. Do you hear yourself? I'm just saying, that's insane. That's the funniest thing I've heard all week. You, decent. You're about as decent as a prostitute on the... Well, yeah, I wouldn't... just drop it, okay? God, man. I shouldn't have brought you in here. I should have just done this show myself. Well, you need me in here, don't you? No, I don't need you, Dave. I don't need you or Bob. I could fire both of you guys. I could do this whole thing by myself. Then why don't you? Because it's nice to have other perspectives. It's nice to have a guy in the studio that might say something that challenges my views, or maybe having people that agree with me to be like, yeah, see, this is common sense. This is right. This is, whatever, you know? I guess I know. I don't know where you're going with this. The point I'm trying to make here is that Because we've almost been doing this for an hour. I know, and I only got through the first part of the fucking article. If we hadn't wasted 20 minutes bullshitting in the beginning. Well, that's what we always do, isn't it? Yeah, but what? I mean, that's what we do. That's part of the show, is it not? Okay, you're right, Dave. That's fine. I shouldn't be so, Yes, you should not be so uptight and high-strung. Just relax. We're doing the show. Are we getting paid for the show? We're live. We're getting paid, right? Yeah, I guess. I mean... From... What is that noise? That's the fucking... I'm getting emails, man. Well, stop playing around with it on the air. What do you mean playing around with it? With your phone? Get the way you said that, man. It makes it sound like I'm playing with something else. Oh, see? With the decency again. I told you. Alright, forget it. No. You just made that reference as though what? You're playing with your penis. I'm not playing with my penis. That's what you were referring to, isn't it? Yeah, I thought I'd make a joke. God, man, can you... Weren't we talking about Islam here? I thought you wanted to make a point. Yeah, I don't know if I do anymore. I don't know if I want to make a point. I think you just throw me off the whole thing. Well, you're going to look like a fool. You just started the whole argument and then, what, dipped out halfway through because you're co-host. You're not my co-host. Well, yes, right now, am I not? Okay, yeah, you are. Right now, you're my co-host. So my co-host did what? Made a joke. Tried to inject some humor into this conversation, which is probably driving people mad at this point. You're gonna sit here talking about Sharia law and about Muslims and whether or not they're compatible with our society. Of course they're not. Their whole belief system does not align with ours. Whether it's Christians in the West or secular people in the West. Well, I mean, you're kind of summing it up for me nicely here, Dave. Jeez, are you okay? I don't know, that was... Yeah, can you clean that up? I saw that come out of your mouth from here. I'm sorry, What, you been smoking or something? No, You feel sick? Not at all. Well, then what was that just hock of crap that just came out of your throat? I don't know, man. Oh. That is a lot, isn't it? Yeah, it is, man. You didn't get any on the board, did you? No. It went on the desk. Not on the keyboard, not on the mixing board, nothing but the desk, right? Nothing but, well, it's on the carpet, too. Oh, fuck. It's fine, Sixto. Oh, God. Oh, man, get it off the carpet, dude. You're going tremolo. What's it, falsetto? Oh, man. He got on the carpet. It's okay, Sixto. We're not staying in this studio. We're leaving here anyway. Don't worry. Yeah, I guess you're right. That was a bit, wasn't it? That wasn't real. Yeah, it was just me fucking with you. Oh. You did it again, didn't you? Yeah, you do it to me all the time. Well, I can't shoot back at you a little bit? Again, are we entertaining or not? I guess we are. I don't know who we're entertaining at this point, but I'm sure someone will get a kick out of this. But no, I like where you were going with that, Dave. I don't remember. God, you were on a fucking roll, buddy. Come on. I think what I was saying was... You're driving the audience mad trying to intellectualize this whole thing when it's quite simple, really. No. Islam is not compatible with America. Or really the West in general, but especially not America. This article talking about, oh, how can we discuss the future of Islam in European countries, or for that matter, in America or Canada? Well, we shouldn't. It has no place here. It does not align with the values of Christian America or the Christian Europe, nor does it align with the values of secular America or secular Europe. I mean, here's an example. In Iran, they throw people off of buildings for being homosexuals. And you know, if you've listened to this show before, you know that me, Dave, I have no problem with homosexuals. I don't like... Dave? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Say it the right way, please. You're gonna get us kicked off the air again. Okay, I don't like blacks. I don't like Jews. I don't like, well, Mexicans, or Hispanics, for that matter. I don't quite like the Arabs, but they're a little lower on the list. But I don't have a problem with gays. I generally just have never had a problem with gays. So that's where you draw the line. Yes, I am racist, I'm a little sexist, but I am not homophobic. Okay. So that's another problem you have with Muslims, is that they tend to throw their gays off of multi-story buildings. Yes, I think that is savage and inhumane and, quite honestly, evil. Yeah, me too. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with homosexuality. I mean, I got a couple of gay friends. I don't have problems with them being gay. You know, just keep it away from me, I guess. But other than that, hey, that's your life. Whatever. As a Christian, I don't agree with homosexuality itself, but I don't hate gays. So that's where you're trying to pin that on me. Oh, I draw the line at gays, but Sixto doesn't. That's not true. Can you stop doing my voice? I don't like how good you are at it. Fine. Well, I don't hate gays is what I'm getting at. And I agree with you that Muslims throwing their gays off of buildings, and it's not all countries, it's just certain ones that do that. Yeah, I think that's a little bit much. Just, just a tad, as we said earlier. Oh, just a tad. Okay, maybe a couple of tads, but you get my point. That's your example, and that's one way it doesn't align. There's plenty of other ways. If you actually learn about Islam, and you learn about, your especially liberal secular values here in the West, they don't mesh, man. They just don't. They don't. Not at all. In fact, they clash quite brutally, quite violently, quite flashily. There's lots of gunfire and explosions and large flashing lights. I don't know what that means. Oh my god, I think what you're talking about is, what, nukes? Well, I guess so, yes. A big bright white flash of light, followed by a mushroom cloud. That would be a nuke. So what, you saying that it's that bad? I think so, don't you? The clash between secular Western philosophy and worldview and Muslim worldview? Yes. Is it that bad to where I can say it's pretty much just a nuke going off? Yeah, I would agree with you on that, honestly. And even more so with Christians, although with Christians, there are some things that we would agree with more on the Muslims than the secular people with. And it's not necessarily like actual points of contention, like, oh, their view on women, or their view on gay, or their view on this or that. It's more how they execute what they believe in. As a Christian, I can align with their execution of their beliefs more than I can align with secularism. Because in social issues, basically, as a Christian, Go ahead, think about it. I know you're getting to a good point here, aren't you? Yeah, and you're kind of distracting me. Well, I'm sorry. Just think it through. And as a Christian, I agree with certain, especially social things, with Muslims more than I would with secular people. And while I also disagree with Muslims on a hell of a lot,